Yes, I'm finally doing a Fenty review. So I wasn't planning to buy from Fenty, but everybody said, yeah, please buy it. It's awesome. So, you know, I blame this all on you guys. Yeah, it's quite a lot. I hauled really hard. So what I bought was the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. Some people were saying it's necessary to judge the quality of the foundation. Personally, I think this shouldn't be a thing. I mean, a foundation shouldn't require the same brand's primer to look good, but whatever, I got it just to see if it's good. Then of course there's the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. The reason I bought this actually is just because I was impressed by their shade range, and I've always had a hard time recommending shade ranges for my darker skin tone friends, especially my Indian friends, because finding a cool dark foundation shade is so very difficult. So as a result, you know, I never know what to recommend, and if this foundation is good, I'd love to be able to recommend it to them, because finally a shade range for them that's amazing. I got 3 of their matchsticks, 2 of them in matte and 1 of them in shimmer. I actually really wanted to buy the set, but turns out the set for lighter skin tones, they're all too warm for me. So yep, I bought 3. So I got Ivory and Almond and Unicorn. My skin tone is cool with yellow undertones, and my shade in the foundation is 130. This is supposedly warm. It was pretty hard to figure out which one it is, because I think yellow undertones tend to be classified under warm. At the same time, it's, you know, my skin tone is also cool, so it took a while, but 130 is supposedly my shade. I hope it is, and I hope it doesn't oxidize into something weird. So yeah. Anyway, so I got the Killawatt highlighter in Trophy Wife, which everybody's raving about. I'm actually dreading it because I personally think that it's a glitter bomb. Same with Unicorn. I actually didn't want to try their highlighters because I thought they were glitter bombs, and I do have a lot of pores and fine lines, and I'm just worried about how it's going to look against my skin. But you know, everybody's raving about it, so I'll give it a try, and if it's not good, at least I can settle the questions for those of you with pores and fine lines, whether you should get it or not. Oh yeah, and the highlighting duo in Mean Money and Hustle Baby. It was so hard to decide on this because I think all the colors were so gorgeous and I wanted all of them, but I managed to resist and just buy 1. And of course the Gloss Bomb, which supposedly is a universal lip luminizer, and whenever I hear universal, I just tend to think gimmicky, so I want to see whether it's actually true or just a gimmick. So yeah, those are the items I got. And hi everyone! So I'm going to interrupt my own video because a day after I finished editing the Indonesian version of this review, my cousin surprised me with 2 more highlighters from Fenty. I love her so much. She got me Yacht Live, which I thought was sold out throughout Singapore, so I was like losing hope, and yeah, she got me that. And she also got me the highlighter duo in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So thank you so much. She's told me not to mention her name, but you know who you are. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. I'm so excited. So I'll be swatching 2 more highlighters, and I think what I'll be doing is first I'll apply the foundation. I'm currently having a breakout, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. Quite a lot of texture, I have pores. So first I'm only going to put on the foundation just so that I can swatch the highlighters really easily, because I'm just going to be erasing non-stop. And finally, I'm going to go through the entire day with half of my face with a primer and half without, and a foundation, and I'll take videos throughout the day so you can see how the foundation performs. I'm in Singapore right now. It's super hot and humid, and I do have oily skin. I know my skin is dehydrated from within thanks to Sjogren's. At the same time, I'm still oily, so yeah, it's a really weird combination. So I guess I can hit those with dry skin and those with oily skin at the same time. Yay! So let's give this a try. First, let me find my hair tie. I don't know where it is. Give me a moment. Okay, I can't find my hair tie, so I'm going to use my brush to tie back my hair. But if you're wondering about the weird camera angle, I'll show you my setup. Okay, so I've got the foundation on. I know it's not perfect, but it's so much work to conceal, and I know I'll be wiping my foundation off over and over again just to test out the different highlighters. There's 4 colors I have to go through, so you know, I'll just fix the foundation later, and right now I'll test lip gloss first because I feel like my lips are a bit naked, so I'm gonna try out the lips. Oh, how do I open this? Oh, okay, so it's a bit hard to open. Okay, I mean, this does look like a universally flattering shade. It's one of those very easy to go with shades, so we'll go. Oh, my hair. Oh, wow. Okay, first of all, this tastes amazing. It's like this candied milky lychee that's just amazing. It does not feel sticky, which is great. It just feels like, you know, you're using a very thick lip balm, like Vaseline. So it's sticky in that sense, but not like sticky in the usual gloss sense. So far, I don't think it's bleeding, but we'll see. It's very comfortable to use for sure. I like it. It really feels like you've put a thick layer of Vaseline over your lips. Like, it's not runny like some non-sticky lip glosses. At the same time, it doesn't feel like too thick and uncomfortable. So if you guys have watched my Limnit review, it's similar to the formula of the Limnit lipsticks, only slightly thicker. Very comfortable. I like it. So the color is pretty sheer, and so it does kind of enhance your natural lip color. It's not something I would normally reach for because I will personally find the color boring, but you know, when I just have a professional meeting and I want to look polished really quickly and I don't want to think about what color will look good on me, no matter what I have on, I think this color will be very flattering. It's one of those easy to please colors. So right now I'm swatching Mean Money. As you can see, Mean Money is a very, very subtle highlight. It just makes me look like I'm naturally glowing, and it's so beautiful. It's very finely milled, so even zoomed in, you still look good. Wow. Hustla Baby, of course, pops a little bit more because they do have larger shimmering pigments, but even up close, it still doesn't look scary, so I will still wear this every day. Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal has this cool peach glow that's also really beautiful. Lightning Dust, like Mean Money, is a very subtle highlight. It's great at giving you this natural sort of look. While Fire Crystal is a bit more out there, but at the same time, again, even zoomed in, it still looks good. So those of you like me with large pores or with fine lines starting to develop, you don't need to worry. These highlighters will still look good on you. I'm very happy with them. So when I was swatching these in Sephora, I thought I would be reaching for the subtle highlighter more because I thought, you know, for day to day when I'm not on camera, I don't want to use the more dramatic highlighter because it will look really gross on my pores. But turns out day to day I'm using the more dramatic highlighter because it just pops and it doesn't make my pores look gross at all. Like right now I have Fire Crystal above Yacht Life, and it's just really, really gorgeous on camera, and up close it's also very pretty. So I'm a huge fan. Please don't judge the highlighters based on trophy wife, because if you see trophy wife you're gonna be like, oh my god. But really, don't judge it based on trophy wife. Speaking of which, let's swatch it. Okay, it's very obvious this will look very good on a darker skin tone. On me, it does look like I'm doing an editorial look because it's way too bright. So I think this will look so amazing on really dark skin tone. But I was already expecting it. I know everybody's crazy over this. I mean, on camera, it looks amazing. Like, check out that glow. It is amazing on camera. But in real life, it's extremely bright. And because the glitter shimmers are extremely large, it's actually emphasizing my pores a lot. Yeah. If I'm doing makeup for my darker skin friends, I'll definitely use this, but they have to have no pores because it will emphasize your pores and fine lines because the glitter chunks are so huge. I can see every pore. Wow. I mean, it looks good on camera, it really does. And I mean, I saw it on another beauty blogger and even she admits, yeah, it doesn't look that great in real life, but on camera it looks good. So she's only buying it to look good in pictures. So that's something to keep note of. And in pictures, don't zoom in up close. Now I'll try Unicorn on the other side of the face. For these shimmer sticks, I actually managed to swatch all the colors. I know there are way more flattering colors out there, but Yacht Life is completely sold out in Singapore, and that was the one that I was drawn to. But Unicorn is also another color that I thought will be really, really cool, so I got that one. I also wanted Blonde and Cinnamon so bad, but I know that it's too bright for my skin tone. So when I swatched Unicorn in store, it was an absolute glitter bomb, but somehow, I don't know whether because it's mixing with my foundation, it doesn't look so bad now actually. Like, it's not as glittery as I thought it would be. And yes, I know I'm always drawn to purples even though I know they don't look good on my skin. But, you know, I keep hoping. I mean, I even created a color on how to make purple blush work. I'll link it below. Because I keep buying all these purple blushes that just don't work with my skin. But I can't resist, and I'm surprised this color was like so glittery on my hand. I remember I was thinking, oh wow, it's too glittery and will emphasize all my pores, but somehow on my skin it looks pretty subtle. Let me zoom in up close so you can take a look. I know, I have the best cousin in the world because yeah, right after I filmed that and edited it, she got me Yacht Life. So I really am super lucky. I can't believe it. I'm really, really psyched. So let's swatch this color. So like Unicorn, this is not as shimmery as the arm swatches would lead you to believe. There's that gorgeous golden highlight in it that was just so incredibly gorgeous in the arm swatches and just popping out there. But on my cheeks, it's really just a sheer blush and I can't find a single hint of shimmer. So that was a bit surprising. I was hoping the shimmer will show up more than Unicorn, but apparently not. But it's still a really pretty blush color on me, so I like it. And I am so lucky I have the world's best cousin. I'm wondering if maybe after constant use, maybe more of the shimmer will pop out, but I'm not sure. Or maybe if I use it without foundation, maybe the shimmer will come out. Kind of sad. Let me try dabbing it on with my beauty blender. Maybe I'll get more shimmer that way. I'll still use it as a lip color, as an eyeshadow color, everything. This color is just really pretty. Yeah, the shimmer's not showing up, but you know what? I love this. The blush, it's so blendable, it's so smooth. One of my favorite cream formulas ever, so I'm a fan. Now I'll be doing my makeup for real and also testing out the matchsticks. So yeah, I just wiped everything off, so I have to build up my foundation again. I have to say it's really buildable. I love it. So I don't even need to use concealer for the spot I have over here. Something I'm very happy about. First impression, I'm going to recommend it to everyone. Wow. You know, I just kept building it up. I don't even need concealer. Wow. I'm actually really happy with the coverage of the foundation. Let me zoom in to see if my eyesight's just bad and it looks really horrible up close. Wow, it really doesn't emphasize my pores, so I'm really, really happy. I don't have dry flaky bits right now, so I'm not sure how it'll do on dry flaky bits. But on my pores, definitely it does not emphasize it, so I'm very, very happy. So I'm going to try the Matte Matchsticks Duo, which apparently conceals and contours, so I don't need concealer anymore. I normally don't put so much concealing and contouring products, but for this, I'll do it. Moment of truth. Let's see if these actually ruin my coverage. So I didn't ruin my coverage on this side, but I did ruin it on this side. So I think this product does work as a concealer, and you know, it's one of those cream contours that actually doesn't ruin your coverage that much, but it's a question of technique. And it's something I have to figure out how to do, because yeah, this side I don't need to touch up at all, but over here, you know, my flaws are popping out again. Let me just dab a bit of foundation. After all that, my coverage is looking thicker than usual. It still looks like very flawless, but I definitely look like I'm wearing makeup. It's not the skin-like coverage that I normally like, but it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look that cakey. Oh crap, I forgot to do primer on one side and no primer on the other side. So, you know, I'm gonna erase the coverage on half my face and put primer underneath. Crap. Okay, so wow, huge difference now that I erased half of it. So I'm gonna put primer on this side and we'll see how it performs throughout the day, okay? The primer feels very, very light. I like it. It doesn't feel heavy or greasy or cakey or, you know, that powdery feel with silicones. It just feels like you're using a lightweight moisturizer. It's really good. This will sound really weird, but I feel like the parts where I apply primer, more product gets stuck on, so the foundation actually looks more cakey and less skin-like, and I don't really like it. Let me zoom in and so you can see what I mean. First impression, I'm actually not really liking this that much. It really looks way thicker and cakier. You know what? I'm gonna use unicorn the whole day. I know it's not really my skin shade, but screw it. I'm gonna be a freaking unicorn. I think I'm going to top it up with a bit of Hustla Baby because it's so pretty. So this is the look I'm gonna go out with. Oh my god, I'm just so glowy. So that's unicorn topped with Hustla Baby. So far, first impression, I'm really liking this side without primer way more because, you know, it doesn't look that bad. Like, you know, zoomed out, it looks okay, but zoomed in, this side looks a bit more cakey than the other side. So first impression, I'm not liking the side with the primer, but I'll see how it goes throughout the day, so we'll see. Half an hour in, and after walking outdoors for a while, as you can see, my foundation actually looks even better out in the sun. It looks really, really nice and natural. After several hours of walking, my face is an oil slick mess. So I blotted it with my beauty blender, but I did not touch up the foundation at all. It's still looking good after 5 hours, but you know, of course, all my flaws are peeking out. When my husband came home and insisted on snuggling against my face, so quite a lot of my foundation's rubbed off, but it still looks pretty good from afar, even though you don't want to zoom in because you can see all the foundation clinging onto my pores. It's really gross. Okay, so here comes the conclusion. I decided to film the conclusion right on the day I'm posting this just so I can get the most use out of all the products. So I've been using them for several days now. Let's start with the primer. I'm really not a fan, so I did the half face 2 days in a row, and I don't think it really makes that much of a difference for the longevity of my foundation, and also it just makes my foundation look thicker, which I'm not a fan of. So the primer is a nix for me. I'm not a fan of it at all. The foundation is, I think, going to be one of my new holy grail foundations because, you know, it's just so freaking amazing. With one coat, it's a very light coverage, and you know, your skin can definitely peek through, so can your flaws. But it's so easy to build up, and the more you build it up, the higher the coverage gets, while it still doesn't look too cakey. So as a result, you get such a gorgeous coverage, and I'm very happy with it. And you definitely don't need the primer to make this work. I was getting really scared about the foundation because the first few reviews that came out were saying, oh, you need to use the primer with the foundation, and I'm like, is the foundation that bad that you need a primer for it to work? But turns out this is a really, really good primer, and I really recommend it for everyone, especially if you have darker skin tones, because your shade range is amazing. So, you know, this is actually one of my new holy grail foundations. I really, really like it. Yes, the coverage is more matte and it's not typically a coverage I like because I do prefer a dewy sort of coverage, but you know, now that I'm breaking out at the moment, I really like it because it's covering my flaws really well. At the same time, it doesn't emphasize my pores or my lines, so I really like this. The highlighter duos. So both of them are really gorgeous. I love it. If you tell me to pick one between Mean Money and Hustla Baby or Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, I honestly can't pick because both of them look really good on me. Mean Money and Hustla Baby is warmer. Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal is cooler, but both of them look really gorgeous. And I like how they give you a subtle highlight and a very shimmery highlight. And up close, even a very shimmery highlight doesn't make my pores look too scary, so I'm a huge fan. I mean, it looks so subtle, and the one that's meant to look more natural, which is Mean Money and Lightning Dust, well, I really look like I'm having a natural glow from within, so I really like them. I'm a huge fan of these highlighters, so yeah. I'll do a video review comparing them to Becca eventually. Trophy Wife, I know this is the color that's so ranted about, but it's not me. First, the shimmers are way too thick, so up close I look scary. It is very pretty in pictures, just not in real life. Or maybe, you know, in real life I'll only wear it if I can carry a broom with me and whack everyone to make sure they stay within one broom distance away from me so they cannot see my pores, because from afar it really does look gorgeous. But don't worry, I'll make a video in the Make That Color Work series on how to use this if you bought it and regret it. So watch out for that. I'll link it as soon as it's out. The Shimmer Stix in Yacht Life and Unicorn. I like them as a blush. I really do. They're very sheer and buildable and it's really pretty, but it's just that in the arm swatches I got such a gorgeous glow. I was kind of confused, especially Yacht Life, because you know, the gold was so intense when I was swatching at my arm, so I was expecting like pink with a gold pop on my cheeks, but I didn't get that, so I was kind of surprised. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I thought it was just Unicorn, but turns out Yacht Life performed the same way, so I think all the Shimmer Stix will perform the same way. So if you're expecting that pop of highlight, no, you're not really gonna get it. So yeah, while they still work as a blush, if you were expecting highlight, you will be sort of disappointed. The Matte Match Sticks, I really like them as contour. They're one of the most blendable contour sticks I've had. They're not streaky, they don't feel sticky, and you know, they don't just like wipe away to nothingness. It's just the perfect combination. But because they're so blendable, they're not that great as concealer, but you know what? I bought them for contouring, not for concealing, so I don't care. Now, the Gloss Bomb. I know I was like so in love with it the first day, but after a few days of wearing this non-stop, I'm actually getting sick of the flavor. It just starts getting cloyingly sweet for me. And I know I love the flavor so much in the beginning, but yeah, and I find it cloyingly sweet, but the color is really flattering. And if they say it's universally flattering, I believe it because I can see this looking good on all skin tones. So, you know, I will still repurchase the gloss, but I may take a break first from the flavor because I'm actually really sick of the flavor. I was not expecting this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this entire thing. Oh, and if you like my eye makeup for the 2 days I'm shooting this video, it's just a variation of my 1-minute eye makeup. I'll link the tutorial below. Yeah, I'm usually in a hurry in Singapore, so I just have to film everything really quickly and do my makeup fast. And if you like my brows, of course there's a brow tutorial too. I'll link it below as well. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and please feel free to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and turn on notifications if you'd like to be informed when my video is out. And thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Baby, I need to poop.
Okay, you can poop. Baby, you can just get up, or just stay paused and get up. I feel like you're so tortured because everybody's going, you have to check out Trophy Wife, so. Very flattering. It's one of those easy to please colors.